everyone. Welcome to the lobby with Mrs. Swissroll. Yes, that's me. On today's episode, we have an absolute powerhouse of content creation. His name is John Hawks. He's a streamer, DJ, music producer, and content creator. He also edits his own content, so add that to the list of things he does. And if you stick around, you'll be willing to win a brand new mouse and keyboard for today. We're doing a giveaway brought to you by Turtle Beach. So you can also use code Swissroll for 10% off. But John, how are you today? Tell us a bit about yourself.
I'm good. My name is John Hawks, Giovanni Falci, Juanito Haxito, so many different names. I'm a content creator streamer from Texas. Talk about too much anyway. I'm also formerly, I still do it, but I'm formerly a professional DJ. I used to DJ events, festivals, clubs, all kinds of stuff, bars, anything. I used to do all that. I've done a lot of gigs like that with big artists, big DJs,
Yeah.
And my fondest memory of that, real quick before we go into more,
yeah,
accidentally walking into Waka Flocka's dressing room,
naked.
Like, oh fuck, I'm in the no, legit.
Oh, okay.
Being like so like, whoa, wait, where the fuck am I? I'm in the wrong place. And he looks at me, him and his whole crew look at me, and I'm like, oh, I'm in the wrong spot, huh? And they're like, yeah, you want some food? Bet.
Oh my god! Also, we can cuss on here. I didn't preface this, but oh shit, that's crazy.
Yeah, they were like, bet, yeah, you're in the wrong place. You want some food? And I was like, yeah, hell yeah.
What did they offer you? Like, what kind? What was it?
Like, they had all kinds of stuff. They had Mickey D's, they had Burger King, they had fucking wings and shit, all kinds of shit on the table. I was like,
balling like that.
Yeah, it was funny though, because I was just like, oh, I'm in the wrong place, ain't I?
Yeah.
And like not to be dumb about it though too.
No, that's huge.
It was smoke. It was smoke all over the place. So
yeah, like, that good old za.
Yeah.
Wow, that's crazy. Did you take them up on their offer? Did you say hell yeah, take a burger? That's what I would have done.
Yeah. Oh hell yeah! Oh hell yeah! I said hell yeah! I said fuck that! I have no inhibitions. I'm gonna do that.
Yeah. Well, since it's Hispanic Heritage Month, we're gonna be diving into a lot, chat. We're gonna be diving into what it means to be a Latin content creator and how your heritage ties into your stream and overall content creation. So, with that being said, my first question is: what originally got you into streaming, and what made you continue it?
Oh, that's a story. That's a little bit of a story, just because. And I'll give you a little bit of backstory to it.
Yeah.
Is when I first started out, I was a Destiny creator.
Huge.
Destiny stuff, right? That's pretty much all I played, Destiny 2.
Mm-hmm.
I think I must have played that game for 46 hours straight one day.
Oof! The raids and shit, you did all that?
Yeah. Everything.
Nice.
I used to lead raids, I used to do all that shit, right?
Yeah.
I had a friend, she refused to be around me if I was streaming, so I wouldn't stream.
Mm-hmm.
I just didn't stream at all.
Was this an IRL friend?
Yes. So, to a point, somewhat. We had met online, and we got to be friends, and we met after that, and then after that, she was very like, I don't want to be around you if you're streaming. I'm like, I bet, whatever.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't stream. Our friendship ends because of some situation, right?
Yeah.
Some bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
Our friendship ends. I cut her off. I meet new people. I start hanging out with my boy Clay, my boy Wrath of Clay, shout out Wrath of Clay. And so I've been playing Call of Duty with him for a while, right? COD, MW3, him, his girl, and a bunch of their friends, right? And then one day he goes, John, you're getting really good at COD. You should start streaming again, right? Every day, I shit you not, Swiss. Every day for a month, him and his girl Sassy, me every day. Stream. I said, fine, I'll stream.
So this wasn't even something that was on your plate. You didn't just stumble upon it. It was kind of like you were persuaded into it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh,
and
okay.
The thing is that, you could say I was persuaded into it, right? But at the end of the day, I never looked back.
You enjoy it. You're happy. Do you remember your first stream? Like what you were playing and who showed up? And
I was playing MW3, and I was actually streaming on TikTok only.
Really? You were a TikTok streamer first?
Yep.
Oh.
Yep. I had streamed a couple times on Twitch, but it wasn't anything it was during that time where I was I don't want to stream.
Yeah.
And then I got involved with Clay and the group that he was involved with, and they were like, well, we're partnered with TikTok. Do you want to stream on TikTok? I said, yeah, sure. So I did that, and then slowly but surely went over to Twitch side, purple side. You know what I mean?
Yeah. How did you like TikTok versus Twitch? Did you see a difference?
Nice. It was cool. I love Twitch more just because of the streaming, the aspect. The streaming seems like it's the primary, focus, which it is, right?
Yeah.
TikTok seems like it's kind of like secondary.
Yeah.
And then that was like when streaming on TikTok first really started coming out. So like I was getting banned like every other week for dumb bullshit. Like legit, I got banned because a friend of mine was streaming with me, or she was with me, right? In Game on Destiny. I got banned because she sounded underage. That's a 25-year-old woman.
And you couldn't appeal it? There was no...
I had to submit a copy of her ID. Her ID.
What?
And I said, this is bullshit. I was like,
that's insane. I've never... What the fuck?
Yeah, it was weird. I was like, nah.
That's way too strict. Yeah,
that was kind of where... and it was all the AI automod, too. It wasn't even like a...
what the fuck? I would have been pissed.
Oh, yeah, I was pissed. So then after that, that's where I kind of like said, I'm going to start moving away from TikTok, and surely I did after a while, you know what I mean? So it was like, I still post there, obviously. I still stream there very often at all.
Do you have a favorite thing about streaming? Like when it comes to all aspects, like the community or maybe the setup. Some people just like setting up like tech stuff or the overlays. What brings you the most joy when it comes to streaming?
Getting to meet people.
I love that.
Getting to meet people like yourself. I would never have met like you. I would never have met I would never have met you. I never would have gotten as close as I am with Clay and his and Sass.
Yeah.
I never would have met Astro. I never would have met my friend Star. I never would have met any of them. You know what I mean? And
it's like the networking you love. It's just organic. Yeah.
And that's the thing. That's what I love the most about DJing as well, is that I got to meet so many different people, and notice like the similarities and differences between us.
Yeah.
Like I got to meet so many big DJs that we were like the same person basically, just one was way bigger than the other. You know? So it's like it's very much the camaraderie of it all.
The same passion.
People exactly the emotional passion, the passion for that, the emotion that you are elated from that passion that you both share. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's where it kind of comes from.
I love that. How do you decide for like streams? How do you decide what games you'd like to stream? Like, do you study what games are trending, or is it just kind of like whatever I feel like playing in the moment?
I guess if I have to say something, it's a mix between both. Like, I'll look at games that are trending, right? If it interests me, I'll play it.
Yeah.
But if it doesn't interest me, I don't want anything to do with it.
Yeah.
And that's just how I am. Like Marvel Rivals, when that came out, obviously it was trending, right? Yeah. But I was like, I was at one point trying to play, Overwatch for like, tier 3, I was playing for a tier 4 team at one point. You know what I mean? So
huge! The bottom of the ladder, but like, no, we have to talk about Overwatch.
Oh Lord. So very low banner, like low level, like Overwatch, like competitive team play, right? But still something I did, and I enjoyed it. When Rivals came out, I was like, oh my gosh, because I had already stopped playing Overwatch at this point. And I was playing majority Destiny. Rivals came out, and I was like, oh shit.
This looks like my shit, huh? Yeah, and it lured you in.
Yeah, brother.
I used to do I used to also be in like a gaming clan back in the day on my Xbox days. I had a whole crew that we ran competitive games with. We would skirmish with each other, and none of them really had the competitive grind, I would say, the grind set. Like they like comp, but when it comes to actually like, hey, let's put some hours in, it was usually just me pushing for it. So that's not why I left the group, but I had the competitive itch, so I just kind of wanted to pursue other avenues in that way. But Overwatch really sparked just that competitive drive in me. Did it do the same with you, or were you always competitive with games?
It did. I was never really that competitive until I started really playing Overwatch. Like I played like competitive Halo for a little bit, a bunch of different things, right? When I was young, but I was young. I mean, I didn't give a shit about it back then.
Yeah.
Then when Overwatch came out, it was like, oh, holy shit, this is sick, right? From there, I think I played the alpha, the closed beta, then the open beta, and then from there, when the full release, it was like boom, 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 boom.
Yeah.
Must have been like, I think OG Overwatch, I had like maybe 4K hours in it.
I don't even want to know how much I had in it. It was a lot.
Yeah, I'd come straight from work.
Yeah.
I come home for lunch from work, play Overwatch for the whole hour, right? Go back to work late, right?
Yeah.
And then I'd come as soon as I get out of work, I'd go and play Overwatch.
I had days where I would grind comp, and I'm like, I didn't shower the whole day. I'm like, dude, I'm stinky, man. I gotta get up. I gotta stop crusting. It's very real. Come home, I'm tired. I don't care. I'm booting up a game of comp. I ran through so many controllers back then. Man, those are the days. Who did you main?
My main because I started out on console too. I started on Xbox as well.
Yeah.
When I was on console, my main was Reinhardt and Junkrat. Those are the ones that I played all the time, right? When I jumped to PC is when I was like, oh shit, that's when I started maining Zarya. I started maining Zarya. I played a lot of Orion still, right? But I was a tank main basically, and I didn't really play much other than that. If I played DPS, it was like Cass, but that was about it. You know what I mean? Now it's like I play everything. I've been playing the game so damn long.
You're a flex.
It's like I play everything.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, exactly.
Mm-hmm. Damn.
Oh,
do you ever get anyone into Overwatch, or was that just something you liked? Like your friends or family?
It's funny you say that. I didn't get anybody into it directly because I would mention it, and it would elate this like feeling of cringe, right? And I'd just be like, okay, whatever. You don't have to play it. That's cool, right?
Yeah.
I did, however, get my my girlfriend at the time, right, to play it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Even now, she still plays the damn game.
Oh, do you keep in contact with her? Like, do y'all?
Yeah, I keep in contact with her, but we didn't have contact for a little while.
Yeah.
But then maybe like in the past like 3 years, right?
Yeah.
We got in contact again, just to like be friends or whatever, right?
Yeah.
That's cool, that's fine, right? And now, she still plays it all the time. I see her posting videos and stuff, right? I'm just like, what the hell? Like, you still play Overwatch?
Yeah, she's still on that grind, huh? My god.
She's got 2 kids and she's married and stuff now, so it's like, oh my god.
Where does she find the time? That's crazy. But oh my. Do you feel like you were robbed of Overwatch? Do you feel like they robbed your best years?
A little bit. Like I don't regret spending so much time on that game, but also like at the same time I'm like,
yeah,
what else could I have done? I could have gotten a law degree. I could have been a doctor. No, I decided to stay with my Overwatch.
No, we could have got several golden guns and ranked. Yeah. Would you ever sell your account?
Overwatch account?
Yeah. Not that I'm asking, not that I want a price for me, just curious is all. Would you ever sell it?
No.
Never. Same. I'm in the same boat.
I got like the what is it called? I have those. I have that one skin, that Widow skin that everybody would always talk about. It was so ugly, but everybody wanted it because
is it the red and black one?
Yeah.
That came with the card when you bought the hard copy. Yeah.
Yep.
I had that too.
The OG Pink Mercy skin, the Winston BlizzCon skin, and what else do I have? I think I have. I want to say I have an account.
Yeah.
I've got like, I'm not gonna lie, I got like 4 accounts. I have one account that has no alt accounts, not Smurfs.
Yeah.
I have one account that has that the Symmetra and Genji BlizzCon skins, the ones.
Oh, I know the one you're talking about. Yeah.
Gildan or something, right? Yeah, I have that. I have those on there somewhere, right? And I'm like, a friend of mine offered me $400 for it, and I was like,
400? Whoa. Yeah.
I was just like, no.
I think I looked it up. I think mine's is worth like 600, 800 around that. I checked, so I don't know. I don't know now. Damn. Wow. Yeah, where the years go.
I sold my Val account before I sold my Overwatch account, to be honest.
Oh, do you have a lot of good skins on there too? I don't play much Val. Yeah. Oh, okay. Oh, he's a gamer. Yeah. Now, have you ever experienced burnout from streaming? And if so, how do you typically handle that because I'm assuming DJing, you would probably feel burnout. Or like, I don't know if you're a social butterfly, but how do you handle that? How do you tackle that?
So I am a bit of a social butterfly. I will talk to anybody for fucking hours. You know what I mean? Just really.
Yeah.
And the burnout though is something that I have to deal with in a very specific way, because if I don't, I won't actually like process it well.
Yeah.
Most of the time it's like I can make jokes about how I'll go into the shower and just sit and cry. That's about it, right? But like in reality, what I actually do is I kind of just disconnect, but not like a total disconnect. I disconnect from the grind itself, the actual
I get that
social aspect of it. Like legit, some days I'll go drive out to little ass town just to go and just see stuff. You know what I mean? For
so you just completely just dip, like you just throw your phone away, kind of thing. Oh yeah. Okay.
Yep. And that's because I'm very responsive whenever I get messages or something like that. Like if I care about you enough, I will respond like almost instantly, right?
Yeah.
If I don't, it's because I'm passed out or I'm doing something.
Yeah. No, I get that.
There's some days where I'll just turn my phone off and I'll just drive and I'll just go somewhere.
Yeah.
Just for the day or something. You know what I mean? Like the other day I went and saw Infinity Castle and then Weapons right after because I didn't want to do it.
Ooh, nice. Infinity Castle, so good.
It's so fucking good, dude.
So good. Watch it now. So man. I see. I like to take because I think I've aged now where I'm like decrepit. I'm like really old now where I used to answer people right away, like DMs, but now I find myself, and this may be like mental illness coming in, like ADHD, ADD, like that type of thing, where I care about a message so much that I can't just pick it up, message you something, and then like move on about my day. If we're gonna have a conversation, it has to be meaningful, especially if they're asking for advice. It has to be meaningful. It has to have my 100% attention. If it doesn't, I feel awful. I feel so bad because I feel like I'm not giving you my 100%, and that sucks. Right. So oftentimes I'm really bad with DMing. But if you hit me with a Swiss, it's an emergency. I'm on it. If it's an emergency, I'm there. Literally call me. Call me right now on my number right now, because all my mods have my number. Some of them have tried to sell it. I'm kidding. That's a joke. They have not tried to sell it. But they have my number. So if it's an emergency, they can always call me. They're going through some shit, they can always call me, they can text me, it doesn't matter. That's how I know it's an emergency. But if it's like a someone's asking for advice, like, hey, so and so happened, it's not an immediate emergency. I'm like, I need to answer it when I'm in a good state of mind, you know? Are you ever like that, or you just answer right away?
I tend to answer right away, just how I am. I mean, I don't really like to, I don't leave people waiting. If I don't give a shit about you and you're talking to me, there's a 50-50 chance I just won't respond at all.
Yeah, I get that.
But people that I actually care about, hearing from or talking to, it's like quick.
Immediately. Yeah,
that's just how I am, though. I see somebody in your chat, actually.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, you're fine. You're good.
Yeah, that's kind of how I roll with that shit. Yeah.
Do you like phone calls? Like if someone calls you out of the blue? Or does that give you anxiety?
Let me just preface this by saying, I am the type where if it's something important, I have to say it with my voice. I cannot just text shit like that. That is how I've been since I was a kid.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Let's say you found out your uncle was pregnant with your cousin. Like that's the kind of thing you have to call. Not you per se, but someone had that situation. You had, and that's like the phone call you make, right? Like I can't type all this shit out. I gotta call you. Yeah. No, I get that.
Like there's just things that I have to like say with my voice, because if I say it over text for some reason with me, I'm fine with it, right? But it's something really important. If I text it, I feel like my concern or my emotions are not being heard. Yeah, I mean, it's easy for people to just be like, "Oh, whatever," just dismiss it. Yeah, I mean, and that's part of me is bothered by that, but just because of how I am. Yeah, I mean, how I am as a person and how I deal with, you know, how I enjoy, you know, meeting people, talking with people, doing this, doing that. Yeah, I mean, there's this piece of emotion that is missing whenever you're texting somebody. Yeah, I mean, it's hard to convey how you feel.
Yeah, I get that.
That's how I am. I mean, other people can just text whatever, you know, over text. I mean, they can message somebody over text or whatever. Yeah, but like for me, it's a little bit different. I'll still do it.
Yeah.
But, you know,
I see. You prefer the phone call, which makes sense. Yeah, I feel like you can't really. It's just more personal that way, I feel.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I agree.
If someone leaves you on like red, or like, does that piss you off, or do you just move on about your day? You just kind of.
It don't piss me off. It if anything, honestly, it just tells me that if I'm left on red, either they're busy, they forgot, or they're not worth my time.
Okay, I have a random question. This isn't in my lineup of questions, but this is just me wanting to personally know. John, do you have sisters?
Sister? No.
No?
I don't have any sisters. No, I got 4 brothers. I got 1 brother on my mom's side and 3 brothers on my dad's side.
And I mean this in a not bad way, but you give me the vibe you grew up with sisters. You are very emotionally like... I don't want to say, because it sounds awful, like I'm generalizing men, but I oftentimes meet like there's a type. It's like you grew up with women around you, or you grew up with like sisters, you know what I mean? Well, versus unfortunately like very toxic and very closed off individuals who don't really share their feelings because they don't know how to, you know?
Well, to be honest, I guess we can get into that in a minute, but I have 5 aunts or 4 aunts.
Oh, okay.
And the youngest one, she is only 2 years older than me. And she was like my sister. You know what I mean? I didn't necessarily grow up with her. I think we stopped talking to my mom's family around when I was like 9 or 10.
Yeah.
11/11, make a wish. I already made my wish. Thank you.
I'll make mine right now. Hold on.
Yeah, you too.
Okay.
And I think that's what has a lot to do with it. But also, like, once we talk about like the DJ stuff in a minute, I guess, or in a bit or whatever, I'll explain why I'm the way I am now. Because if you would have saw me 10 years ago,
different man?
Who I was.
Completely different man. Oh, okay.
Entirely
we will dive into that. Now, we're not there on the questions yet, but I'm really... Okay.
I'm like, let me hold this for a bit.
Okay. Well, do you have any advice for someone that's brand new to streaming? Because I feel like you handle hate really well or judgment really well. Do you have any advice for someone who's completely out of the loop? They don't know anything about streaming. They don't even know where to begin. Where would you direct them to? What would you do?
I'm going to partition this 3 different ways. Is that okay?
Oh, yes. Okay.
So the first one, just click go live. That's
the easiest
thing to say.
Yeah.
That's the easiest thing to say because there's so many people that are terrified. They're terrified of
the judgment.
Putting it out there. They're terrified of what people are going to think.
Yeah. Fuck them.
When you stop giving a shit about what people think, that's when you finally break through. And you finally
it is so liberating.
Like,
yeah.
The day that I finally said, fuck it, I want to be a EDM DJ. I want to be a professional DJ, right?
Yeah.
The day I finally got a show right, I said, I don't give a fuck what all these judgmental ass people think.
Yeah.
Right? I went, I rocked that shit. There was barely anybody there, which is fine for your first show.
Fuck, you still did your thing.
I still did my shit. Yeah, exactly. And it only got better and better. It's the same thing with content creation. When I started doing that shit, I said, why the fuck am I going to post this on TikTok for people to make fun of me? And I said, wait, fuck what people think.
Yeah.
This is what I want to do. If I want to fucking do it, I'll fucking do it.
Hell yeah. I like that.
Yeah, the second part of the whole thing for anybody that is out of the loop, that is barely starting streaming right, the second part is a time adjustment. Adjust your times for what you need. Be good with your time, but also make time for yourself. Don't force yourself to do a bunch of shit because you feel the need to, because you're afraid of the FOMO, because you're afraid of being, left behind. You're afraid of losing out or missing out on something, right?
Yeah.
Make time for your content, but make time for yourself as well. You don't have to stream. You don't have to stream fucking 12 hours a day, 8 hours a day, 4 hours a day. You can stream it out 2 hours.
Literally, yeah.
Do something. Yeah, it's fine. As long as you're happy with what you're doing and you're still doing what you got to do. You know what I mean?
Hell yeah.
Yeah, and people find it hard to juggle. People find it hard to, and I'm not trying to call her out because she's in your chat right now. But Lovely Astro, she juggles a full-time job, content creation, and she juggles all that, right? And making music at the same time. Like, bro, what?
Where there's a will, there's a way. You manage.
Exactly. Like she juggles so that, and it's a good example that she's
pilas,
here. Exactly. Ponte las pilas. Exactly. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Dale la pelota. Shit like that.
Yeah. No, I get that.
It's
the grind. It's hard. It's just there, Do you feel like you would have been a different man? Because that's very Hispanic culture. Like you just got to do it. Find a way, manage a way, get to it, get to work. Do you feel that that's something that your family or friends or just people around you instilled in you, growing up?
The culture that I grew up in, it's very much so. Do what you got to do and make sure you do it.
Yeah.
Don't leave it till the very end. If you do that, you'll fuck it all up, right?
Yeah.
And I said, okay. And that's kind of how I base a lot of the things that I do. Because I try to do everything on time. I'm a little late sometimes. I'm not going to fuck around.
Okay.
I am fucking late, Dave. There's days
same.
I'm just fuck it. I'll stream at, instead of 3 o'clock, 3 p.m. CST, I'll just stream at fucking 4:30 or some shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's just
you still showed up.
Exactly. I still showed up. I got there at some point.
Yeah.
But yeah, so, it's just one of those things. You know what I mean? Yeah, the third part of that. Sorry, I'm going back to it real quick.
No, you're fine. Let's go back. Yeah.
Yeah, the third part of that is okay. So the first one is just do it. Just do
Nike.
it. Shit like that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, actually, Nike. Second part is make the time for yourself. Make time, right? Time.
Right.
Third part is it's the grind. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're going to grind. There's going to be days where you're alone. There's going to be days where you're talking to no one. Yeah. Everybody starts there. My first DJ show, I played music for 4 people.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? You're gonna be alone. And
that's fine. Your starting point,
That's
though.
That's how it starts. You keep grinding. You keep moving. You keep growing. You keep striving, surviving, and thriving.
For sure. I love that. Put that on a t-shirt.
Actually, yeah. Oh shit, yeah, but yeah, that's kind of where I'm going from there.
Yeah, I love that though. That's I like to share a story oftentimes, and I don't know if you relate to this in some way, but when I first started streaming, it wasn't something I did because, oh, I'm gonna build a career, I'm gonna make money off, it's never that. It was a hobby. I had a mental breakdown at my last workplace, and I was job searching. I was like, I need to find a job because I was kicked out at 17 and I gotta pay my bills, so I was job hunting, and I was like, I need something to stop the loud fucking voices in my head, because my anxiety was at an all-time high back then. After the whole panic attack at work, I decided I'm gonna give a shot. I'm gonna stream for like 2 hours, 3 hours a day. We'll see what happens. I got the time, whatever. I'm still job hunting. And then one of my very first streams, someone hops into my chat, completely different language. I think it was Portuguese. I don't know what they were, but I'm pretty sure it was Portuguese. They called me the most boring girl in the world. One of my very first streams. Now imagine, like, to anyone else, they would view that as like, I should stop. And I did for a little. I was like, man, maybe there's some truth to what he's saying. Fuck that bitch. I'm hilarious. I'm like, there's no truth to that. Don't let some one-off dipshit like stop you from streaming just because they said they have their own opinion. They don't know you, So I often like to share that story because it's like, well, at one point I was very like insecure about the content I was putting out, and everyone is. It's fine, but don't let it stop you.
I feel like a lot of that right there, it equates to anybody, honestly. But there was a point where it's like, I don't know why I'm doing this. Everybody has that.
Yeah.
It's like, why am I doing this? Why am
the
I doing
self-doubt?
This? What the hell am I doing? Exactly. The self-doubt is what fucks so many people up, and that's where they give up.
Yeah.
But if you let self-doubt defeat you, then you're gonna just let it defeat you every time it happens.
Yeah.
Also, by the way, I didn't know what a panic attack or anxiety attack was like until like 2020.
Let's dive into that. I love that we're diving in, because mental health, I love talking mental health. I do. And it's not something I particularly talk about on stream because I'm always such a fucking dipshit. I act like a goofball, but I have my serious side. I just don't show it. But 2020, can you walk me through that? Like what started the wheel there? What started rolling? Yeah.
Was it 2019? Like right at the end of 2019, whenever lockdown started coming up.
Yeah.
So actually, let me wait. Hold on. No, that's fine. Okay. So right there and then, right, a bunch of things had fallen through. Right, I was also like, I had just gotten laid off from my job.
Yeah. It's always a job, ain't it?
Exactly. DJ stuff had fucking stalled out entirely because of that, which we'll get into later, obviously, in a little bit, obviously. And then the whole lockdown happening.
Yeah.
And it was like one of those things where I was standing there trying to figure out what I was gonna do, right? And then all of a sudden, this immense emotion, this immense pressure just came out on me, and I was just like,
yeah,
what the fuck is happening? Like, what's going on?
Were you home when this happened?
I was home when this happened. Actually, I was home, and I was staying where my parents are staying, because they had a business where we used to live.
Yeah.
And they had an apartment there, so I was staying there at that apartment as well at the time, because I had just lost my job, obviously.
Yeah.
And so I was like, what the fuck's going on? I was like, and she walks out and she's like, you okay? And I'm like, no, something's wrong. And it's just like so much pressure on me, right? And she goes, I don't know what's wrong. What's happening? I was like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm dying.
Did you feel somewhat numb? Was your chest closing? Yeah.
Chest was closing. Shoulders felt super heavy.
Ooh,
I couldn't do anything. And then a couple days later, it went away. But a couple days later, I went over to a friend of mine's house, right? And this is right before lockdown went into effect. Right? Everybody was sick. Different things were happening. And then I talked to a friend of mine. She told me, she goes, you had an anxiety attack. I was like,
yeah.
What? I was like, really? And she goes, and I'm telling you right now, Swiss, I didn't understand what people went through when they had, things like that happen to them. And then at that moment, I had so much clarity. I said, this makes so much sense. This is why
did you
have these things.
Did you grow up in a family where they didn't believe in that kind of thing? Because I know that happens. It's very prevalent in Hispanic culture.
It's very prevalent in Latino culture in general.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, it's in your head. Bullshit like that. And it's like,
you're imagining it. It's not real. You just want attention.
It's like no haces pendejo way. Bullshit like that. I got told that a couple times. I mean,
I see. Did you how did you bring it up to your family, or is that something that they still just don't really feel comfortable talking about?
Well, now at this point in life,
Yeah.
My mom and my stepdad are very open to pretty much everything.
Mhm.
They're very understanding now. Before,
Yeah.
you know, it was kind of like one of those things where it's like they didn't really want to like deal with it. They said, whatever.
That's
you know,
exactly
that's
how
your
my
head,
mother
right?
was. Yeah.
Exactly. And then they got over it. Now mom is like, she's very supportive of if I feel like I'm going through something or if something's
Mhm.
happening with me. She, you know, she asks and she wants to know what's going on. She
That's
wants to
good. That's
support me how
sweet.
she can. You know,
Yeah, I love
So
that.
yeah.
But back
Yeah,
then, it wasn't something
no,
to
back
like
then it wasn't
really acknowledge. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's like but it's like at the same time, I've lived so much of a life at this point
Yes.
where I've been through many different situations, and she says that because I told her not too long ago, I said I'm glad that you've become this where you're supportive of everything, and she goes, I mean, I've almost lost you a couple times, so you know, she goes, and because of things you did yourself, and I was like, yeah, I know,
Yeah.
and she goes, I'm just glad that you're here still. And I was like,
Oh, that's beautiful. I like that you guys could have that moment. Yeah.
Yeah, and I told her, I was like, I'm glad you're here still too, Mom. You know, I don't know what I'd do if you were gone. Just
Yeah.
one of those things.
Oh yeah. We talked about, well, me and my mother, our conversations, she's done this since I was a child, since I was in middle school. She's talked about death. She's normalized death completely. And she always says, well, you know, one day I won't be here kind of thing. Like one day I just won't be here for you. Yeah, it's very sad. And if I think about it too long, I will get sad. But that's something that she will say to me, and she'll like, because she has very dark humor. My mother is like, she has very dark humor. For a religious woman, she has very dark humor. So when it comes to like bringing that up with my siblings, it's what is happening?
I'm trying to get this thing to stop moving itself. It like has like this AI thing and it moves by itself sometimes.
No, you're fine. I don't mean to scare you, but it's almost October. Do you ever think like it's detecting something paranormal? No. I don't mean to scare you, but it's just my first thought.
Well, it's that Ozbot thing, right? So it has
I get
AI
you.
thing, and it'll track sometimes if I say something by accident. I just turned it off right now. That way.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's sorry about
No,
that.
you're fine. I get distracted so easily. That's another thing. I think I have ADD or ADHD. I definitely need to go get tested. Chat has told me. People in my life have told me. Am I scared to go get tested? No, I just have not found the time nor the money to actually get tested with everything, you know?
That's fair. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I feel like I should probably get tested myself as it is, because there's days where I'm doing things and somebody's just like, you know, that's kind of like, you sure you don't have ADHD? And
Yeah.
I was like, really? Like, yeah, because I like apparently one time like I got asked what I was doing and I was like, oh,
yeah,
I'm watching. Actually, it's funny because I was watching your stream, right? I had your stream up. I had Tim the Tapman stream.
Oh, thank you.
Video editing open, right? And then I had I was having a whole ass conversation with two different people on Discord.
Yeah.
And I was like, huh. Maybe I should get tested for something, because I've been doing a lot of things apparently, and it's like a friend of mine was like, "That's not normal." But then again, it's like I don't know if she even knows what that is either. So, you know,
do you ever self-regulate yourself by speaking out loud, like speaking, just narrating what you're doing? I do that often, and people think I'm talking to them, and I'm like, "Oh no, I'm just never." And then I look crazy.
I talk to myself a lot about different things, Jamie. Too. That's another thing I do a lot of as well. Where like if I'm doing something, I'm like, all right, I gotta do this, or like, where's this, where's that,
yeah,
where's all that, bro? And
yeah,
it's like, I didn't know that was a thing until like later on in life.
Yeah,
that's the thing though, is that a lot of things I'm discovering later on in life because of how I lived before, when when the whole DJ career, and touring and stuff, doing shows and stuff. You know what I mean? There was a lot of things I didn't realize, I didn't notice, because I was just doing that. I was just consistently numbed to anything else outside of that. Yeah,
I get you. Yeah. Speaking of DJing, my next question is, when did you first start DJing? How did that come about?
It was March 22nd.
Yeah.
The year is March 22nd, 2006.
Oh, okay.
2006, 2005. Oh, yeah. Bro, like I remember it. I remember it like to the T. I've been DJing since I was 13 years old.
Wow, that's crazy. You've been on that grind since teenager.
Oh yeah, so it started out where I was like doing weddings, quinceañeras, birthday parties and stuff, right?
Yeah.
Slowly evolved into festivals and clubs and bars and gigs and things like that and stuff.
Yeah. Now you just always loved music?
Oh yeah.
It's always played a big role in your life. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And it wasn't until my stepdad convinced me to do it that I said, okay, I'll do it, right? And then I ended up falling in love with it, you know what I mean?
I see.
But it's like, and even at that too, my mom, her business is she's an event decorator as well.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so then that recently, in the past maybe year and a half, I've taken over that business, so I guess I'm an event decorator now.
Yeah.
And I've always helped her with her business, but it wasn't until recently that I started running the business for her. You know what I mean?
Oh, huge. Okay.
Yeah, yeah, that's what I do for my regular
Day to day.
work.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Okay. Wow, 13. Did you have like friends that were also into music that shared that same passion, or was that just something that drove you?
Nope, it was just me.
Yeah.
And I had friends here and there that would like be like, "Oh, I want to try it too," but they would, it would fade out after weeks, months, and they go back to doing whatever they were doing. You know what I mean?
I see.
I was pretty much alone in most of those endeavors until maybe about until I was 20 years old. That's when I started discovering, outside of all that stuff, where I started meeting other DJs, meeting other people, meeting EDM heads, EDM fans or whatever, right?
Yeah.
And those are the people that ended up going to my shows. They ended up going to support me. They ended up being the close friends that I needed, at the time.
Did your siblings ever do that? Like support you in that manner?
It's kind of sad though. It's kind of sad because for most of the time, the only people who really supported me were my mom and my brother on this side, on her side.
I see.
My stepdad did somewhat as well, but he didn't really understand the culture, so he didn't really care very much.
That's like me explaining streaming to my mom. Yeah.
Exactly. He's very much. He loves music. He was also a DJ when he was young as well, and he still is.
Oh, huge! Yeah.
So, but he was very much into the cumbia, tejano, música Latino, stuff like that.
I see.
So he didn't really.
But that wasn't your jam much.
Exactly. I love, it's like I love cumbia music. I love reggaeton. I love music like that. But at the same time, it didn't hit me the same way that I did whenever I started doing, dance music, electronic music, and stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like now, I even like I make my own music as it is too. You know what I mean? So
yeah. That leads me into my next question. Like, what kind of music or artists influence your style? Has it progressed? Has it changed since you were 13?
It's changed a lot.
Yeah,
changed a lot over the years. When I was 13, I was making hip hop and rap with a bunch of local kids that were also rappers and stuff, right? And some of them are decent names in the local area, at least in Texas now.
Yeah.
But it's funny how that started because this one guy, he now works with a lot of bigger Houston-based artists.
Yeah.
And it's kind of crazy because he messages me once in a while and we'll talk on the phone or something, right? Every once in a while. He was like, you remember how we were back in the old little studio in your bedroom? And I was like, yeah. And he goes, it's crazy how far we've come, huh? And I was like, yeah.
Oh, that's nice. You keep in touch with him.
Yeah, I keep in touch with him. We talk it would be once a year maybe, but we still talk. You know what I mean? But over time, I just started going through different phases in my life. And when I landed on the EDM scene is where I was like, oh, wow. This is cool. I love this, right? And my biggest influence, I think, is a DJ by the name of R.L. Grime.
Oh, okay.
A play on the name, the author R.L. Stein.
Yeah. My dumbass thought Rick Grimes.
Actually, I guess you could think that.
Yeah.
When I heard a remix he did, there was something about it that I was just like, what the fuck? Who made this?
Yeah.
What, one of those holy shit moments, right?
And stopped you in your tracks, huh?
Dead in my tracks. I walked into the gates of this festival, right? And I heard it and I said, what the fuck? What is that?
Yeah.
Oh my god. And I had to go find the source and I started looking around and I started asking, you know what the song is? You know what the song is? You know what the song is? And it turns out it wasn't even him playing it. It was another DJ just, spinning it, right?
Oh, okay.
So I wouldn't even have known who he was. And then the day that I actually found out who it was, because I got to meet him at a show. I wasn't playing. I was just there as a fan.
Yeah.
But I got this because he was one of the opening acts. I said for a bigger DJ, right?
Yeah.
And I was like, holy shit, what the fuck? That's you. And he goes, yeah, that's me, man. What's up, man?
How did that go? How was that interaction?
It was really good. He's a genuine guy. At the time he was such a genuine dude that he didn't really see himself as this big huge artist. He was already he had already done music before, in behind the scenes stuff, right?
Yeah.
With big labels and stuff, right? But he went on his own and started doing this stuff, and kind of like one of those things where he just like kind of didn't want people to like really make a big thing about him being there.
Mm-hmm.
But I couldn't help it, I had to.
I get that. You just met
you,
someone you wanted to meet for a while, yeah.
Exactly. Yeah,
did you get a picture? Did you get anything?
Dude, there's so many pictures that I have to go and hunt down like on old laptops and stuff.
Ooh.
Because they just uploaded to those things. Because this is like you have to think about it though. This is before cloud drives were like a huge thing.
Yeah.
So we're talking like 2013, 2014 that I met him. Been such a long time, and it's like that was like Dropbox and stuff like that existed, but nobody really used it.
Yeah, no one ever optimized it that way. You should get like all of them and put it in, and then put it on an Instagram or something. Like just make a random one, fill it all in there, and just put it John Hawks pre-streaming or something,
And there's the one picture I do have is of me and Waka Flocka. That's the one picture I do have.
Oh shit!
Yeah. If I get a chance, I'll send it to you so you can see it.
Man, you've met some incredible people. The only claim to fame I have is that I met Big Time Rush.
Hey, that's badass though. Shit, I can't even. Big Time Rush? Wait, hold on. How long ago was this? Was this like pre-breakup or what?
Ooh, this was like 2011, 2012 maybe.
Damn.
Yeah, years ago. Well, I'm talking, they were still on Nickelodeon,
No
but
shit.
This was like One Direction, I think. This is a while ago, yeah. It's crazy.
It was like, I can't even think of a time where they didn't exist.
Yeah. Damn. And other than that, I don't know. My sister talked to George Lopez. That's it. That's my claim to fame. It's not even me. It's my sister.
Shit, we had whole ass conversations with Matthew McConaughey at South by Southwest.
Oh man, how was that?
Out there driving like an old school Cadillac and shit one time.
Yeah.
And it was just like, hey, what's up, man? And we're just like, I was like, look at him, and I was like, you Matthew McConaughey? He looks at me and goes, what do you think? I'm like, you kind of look like him. And he goes, damn. Maybe I am him. He goes, I don't know. And he started asking like people around, like, you know who I am? And it was just like, what the fuck? But it was South by Southwest, so it's like, this is just like people just everywhere. Like the same festival, like, it's a huge thing, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Art, music, movies, all kinds of shit, right?
Yeah.
Like legit, we were in line for food at a food truck, and fucking Elijah Wood was also in the same line.
No shot.
Yeah, we were just like, what the fuck is going on here?
That's the Lord of the Rings, or
Lord
no?
of the Rings, yeah.
Okay.
Frodo. We met Migos before they were Migos.
Oh my god, when they were just Meeg.
They were just Meeg.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah, they were already doing music together, but they hadn't formally like made like
damn
or whatever, right?
Yeah.
But it was like, I was like, what the fuck? I was like, oh, these guys are gonna be huge. And
dude, you've lived life. That's insane. You need to write a book. You know what? You need to write a book. That's what you need to do. You need to write a book.
Better or worse, I have lived a life for maybe 3 people. Because I don't know. It's just there's been bad moments. So I'm not gonna lie to you.
Yeah. How did you typically prepare for a set? Like, was it super different from prepping for a stream? Like, was it the same feeling? How did you get like amped up and ready to go when it was your time to shine?
The thing is, I don't need to get amped up. I'm always amped.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I'm always ready.
Yeah.
And it's like one of those things where people would explain it to me like, oh, what's your ritual for getting, hyped?
Yeah, yeah.
You need a ritual?
Oh,
and it's like
okay.
one of those things where I'm like, you have a ritual for that? And they're just like, well, yeah, how do you get yourself going? I'm like, I'm ready.
Yeah.
And it's never been an issue where I can't be ready for something. If I'm like sleepy or tired or something, that's different.
Yeah.
But like, it's like where I don't have to get myself like going like in a mood, right? If I want to, I will.
Yeah.
I don't have to, I just go boom, 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 boom.
Ah, okay. You're very go with the flow kind of guy, huh?
Oh yeah. I don't need to hype myself up. I can just, I just think it and I'm ready. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just one of those things. Like warm ups, like gaming warm ups. I need it. That shit, easy. I can throw down a fucking set like. I didn't even have to think about it.
Yeah. I see. Okay. All right. So you're a spur of the moment kind of person? Like how do you handle if something bad lands on your lap? How do you handle that?
That's where it's kind of I have to analyze what I'm gonna do.
Yeah.
Exactly. But something bad happens, I kind of do have to go with. I do go with the flow more or less, right?
Mm-hmm.
What I don't like is when I have a set plan, right? What bothers me a lot, and it's hard for me to deal with mentally, when I have a set plan, right, and somebody out of their own like willingness decides that, oh, we need to go do this instead.
Yeah.
That's where it throws me off, and I'm just like, I hate that. Or it's not that where it's something else entirely. It's where they add more to it.
Oh,
You know,
I see. Yeah, I get
that
that.
shit bothers me so much mentally. Like my mom had a habit of doing that, where
Yeah.
she'd tell me this is the plan today, and I'm like, okay, we go and do it. And in the middle of it, she'll be like, I have to go do this too.
I learned where mine stemmed from, because that was such a big issue with me, because I have like a bunch of OCD tendencies because of trauma growing up and whatnot. So, and even now, like whenever I'm overstimulated and like you try to talk to me while I'm doing XYZ, I get very like angry. And it's not I'm angry at you, I'm just so focused here, I don't have the brain capacity to focus on something else. And when plans change like that, for me, my trauma was from like abandonment issues growing up. For me, it was like, what really ticks me off is kind of like, don't make a promise that you can't keep. And that trauma carried on to adulthood for me, where like whenever someone would break a promise, even if it was something so tiny, like, hey, we're gonna do XYZ this Saturday, it hurt me. I'm like, oh, but that was like 20, maybe when I was 23, I had to like look inwards to figure out, why do I get like extremely angry and upset when that happens? So I'm wondering, is it the same thing for you? Do you get angry, or is it more so you're just annoyed?
I don't get angry. It doesn't bother me that much. I get annoyed, but never to a point where I'm like really pissed off. Like,
yeah. Do you have any triggers in that manner, or you're just usually just pretty go with the flow, chill?
Go with the flow. Like, I don't really get triggered too often. There's some things that like kind of throw me off. Like I said, with the whole adding something in, even though you literally said that. That kind. I guess that would be the thing that triggers me.
Yeah.
Anyway, but yeah, other than that, I mean, I'm pretty easygoing, pretty go with the flow. Yeah. But I can also be very like intense and a lot for people sometimes too.
Oh, so, do you think?
Yeah. Yeah, and it's just that's another thing that I have. It's like I have a hard time balancing it out sometimes.
How so? Like just like your manner in which you speak, or like the volume, or like where is it that someone has pointed out that?
Well, actually, it got pointed out recently that the way I talk to people, it's like I'm very open to talking to them, and I don't hesitate. I'm very quick with my words, and I talk. Yeah. I just talk. You know what I mean? And the other day, I got called out a little. Well, not called out, but I just got told like the way you talk, and they're like, especially with people like that are like gamers, like online people. They're like, it's like it might be a little much for them, and I was like, oh. You gotta remember, people online a lot of times they can be a bit socially awkward. Like you talking to them might set them off a little bit, and I was like, yeah, right. I forget. You're so right. She goes, you're so extroverted that you don't even realize that sometimes people that are super introverted might not be comfortable with you talking to them the way you do. Yeah. And I was like, shit, you're right. I need to. So you're just always
out there. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's one of those things where it's like it was hard for me for a long time. It's been hard for me to, even now, it's been hard for me to realize that some people just aren't comfortable with the chatter, the constant talk, being approached in that way, even online. You know what I mean?
I feel like I'm that way with like acquaintances sometimes, where it's like we've had conversations and then we'll dive into it, and oftentimes they do open up, and like I feel like sometimes they're taken aback, like, well, no one's ever asked me this, or like, well, I've never thought of that. I oftentimes find myself asking questions that kind of leave them with more questions, and I don't mean to do that for them, but I just like getting to know them, and that's like the easiest way to get to know them,
That's fair.
Not that they're bothered, but it's just, I feel like oftentimes I feel like I'm yapping. I'm like, enough about me, let's talk about you. And then that's where it kind of turns, where I'm like, you can dive out of this conversation anytime you want,
I mean, sitting right here right now with us here, Swiss. Yeah. You can ask whatever you want. I'm pretty open about everything that I've done, everything in my past and everything.
Same. Right? Yeah.
So whatever you want to ask. You got questions that you were like, should I ask this or not? Just fucking ask them.
Got you. Well, how do your DJ streams go? Like now on Twitch, because you stream on Twitch now, and your DJ sets. Yeah.
I have an alt channel, John Hawks Music, that I have to use for per Twitch's rules, which So they're actually, it's actually so fun. I'm sorry, John, what's your social security number? That's crazy. It's 867-530-9.
That is a joke for Twitch staff. That is a joke in case this ever was like...
That's a joke. That's a song. You know that's a song, Twitch staff. You know that's a song. I'm sorry. That was my bad.
It's Soulja Boy's social security number.
Oh my god.
I'm sorry. You're fine. Go on.
So the DJ streams, I love them because I don't have to do the legwork anymore.
Yeah.
Where I have to go and I have to talk to this person, I have to talk to that person, welcome back. Yes, we made it. I'm sorry, I read the chat.
You're fine. You're fine.
I don't have to do the legwork anymore. I don't have to go and talk to these people, right? I don't have to go and talk to these people. I don't have to do this. I don't have to do that. I don't have to promote it myself. You know what I mean? I can just be like, hey, I'm doing a DJ stream. Show up if you want.
Yeah.
If you have the time, stop by. You know, like,
yeah.
And it's like, even if there's nobody there, I'm still fucking doing it because I'm gonna be doing that shit.
Yeah.
I pretty like my setup's right behind me. You know, I practice pretty much every day. You know, just a little bit. You know, 30, 40 minutes a day.
Yeah.
So I keep that rust off. You know, because anything you don't do, you stop doing, you get a little rust on it. You know
yeah. Yeah.
And so. That's what the crazy things about the whole DJ program that they have on Twitch now is that I don't have to do that. I don't have to like be worried about like, oh, if I play this, am I gonna get banned? Or if I play this, am I gonna get banned? You know what I mean?
I don't know much about the program. How did you find out about how did you dive into that?
Well, I actually got an email about it because of the fact that I had already done music streams before.
Oh, okay. I see.
I don't know who was the person doing all that, checking all that out, but I got an email about it, and I was like, okay, cool.
It was me. Smile. You're welcome.
Yeah, actually.
I'm kidding.
Unless it was just like a general email that they sent out, right? But I saw it and I said, oh, that's sick. Let me do that.
Yeah.
When I applied for it, initially on my main channel.
Okay.
I decided that would be my gaming channel because I had to have the separate channel.
Yeah.
Or else I couldn't stream gaming stuff on my DJ channel. So I said, well, we do an alt channel then, right? So I did that per their rules, and I got my little Twitch DJ icon and everything, and I was like, shit, okay, hell yeah. Yeah,
I saw that on your alt. I was like, oh wow, okay, DJ, all right.
Yeah, so I was like, oh shit, okay. And it's like such a small channel, but still, like, it's like, man,
it don't matter. You still got the badge. Yeah. Fuck it, that's a trophy to show off. Yeah,
exactly, yeah, yeah. So it's like it's been fun because I've been able to get back into doing stuff regularly.
Yeah.
And then even now, like because of that, I've been getting in contact with old friends that are back to doing stuff after because lockdown was so bad for us. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Lockdown, everything was done. I've had friends that I have not been able to contact because either their numbers are disconnected or their social media is gone. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I have friends that I don't know where they're at anymore. And I'm like, what the fuck happened to this
dude? They disappeared off the face of the earth? Like, what do you mean?
Exactly.
No social media? No.
They're just gone. All their socials haven't been touched since 2020.
Oh, dude, you know what? That's such a bittersweet feeling because I had that same feeling with a bunch of girls I used to play with back in Overwatch days, and they've just their account is gone. It's not there anymore, and they're not active. And I'm like, what happened? And I'll never know, and I'm so sad about it because I don't have their number.
Yeah, that's the worst part about it too. Is that I have friends that I thought we were like super close for a while.
Yeah.
And then lockdown happens, we lose contact because I'm telling you now, during lockdown, I didn't leave my house for 9 months. I ain't walk out the door. I walked out the door 3 times specifically, right?
Type shit to make you agoraphobic. Yeah.
The third time I caught COVID. Are you fucking serious?
Ain't no way.
Yep.
Dude, God was spawn camping you. He was throwing disease.
He said, ain't no way. I'm gonna get that motherfucker right now.
Oh my God. Yeah, did you ever get vaccinated or was that not?
Yeah, I got vaxxed. I got vaccinated, yeah. It was after that point and I was like, well, fuck. I need to go, and it's like I had been putting it off, and I was like,
yeah,
stupid. I need to go. I caught it. I'm like, fuck.
I hated that cotton swab that touched the back of your fucking throat. Oh my God. Yeah. I had it at the height of COVID, before COVID was even popping off on the news. I had pre-COVID. God. I was in the alpha. Like, what the fuck, dude? And then I oh my God, my finances were in a tizzy because I was like, fuck, what now? What do? I can't go back to work. Like, what the fuck? I can't infect people. It was so bad.
Yeah, so yeah, I don't know. It was just it was a whole that era is just oh God. But it also that's when I started playing the most Overwatch, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just home for 9 months. You know what I mean? So it's like I didn't do anything. I was just there.
Yeah, that makes sense. I get it. Yeah. At least you got your grinding. You got them RP points, you know?
Yeah, exactly. Oh God, because it wasn't worth it.
Yeah. My next question. I have a good question. If you could headline a dream festival or like a venue, what would it be? Like the dream, like God. Bam. Or have you already felt that? Like where you're like, this is my peak, this is height, this is where I'm at. I will never forget this.
So there's 2 different moments then. Because I have one where I felt like it was my peak, and honestly, it was my peak.
Yeah.
But I do have a festival that I've always wanted. Like, okay, so obviously it's the biggest one for electronic music is EDC, like Carnival.
Yeah.
I have wanted to play or perform at that festival so much. Like when I tell you, I did shows for that company, like at their smaller festivals, just so I could see if I could like inch my way into a chance at playing EDC. It's like it never happened, obviously, but like at the same time, like, well, I still had good experiences, right?
Yeah.
My peak was when I played when I played this festival in Houston. Fuck, I'm not gonna lie to you, I can't even remember the fucking name of it. It wasn't a super huge festival. This was years ago, yeah. It's like 2017, 2018.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Fuck, what was the name of this festival, man? It wasn't like a really big one. Like, it was like a big, huge company that did it. But there was 5,000 people there.
Woo!
So I was like, holy shit, there was so many people.
Yeah.
And that's also one of those pictures that's on a laptop somewhere.
Yeah.
That I have to go and find, you know what I mean? So I'm like, shit.
One day you need to do like a nostalgia stream where you just show all your old pictures. You know that you can, not anyone nude or crazy ones. Yeah.
Yeah. There's some like videos and pictures and stuff like on my socials, right? But nothing like, because I tended to not post a lot of things. I tended to keep things to myself just because I didn't want to be putting it out there like a lot.
Which is nice. Yeah. Were you ever like heavy into social media like growing up, or no? Social media wasn't something you were into.
No.
I see that.
I used it because I had to for the promotional aspect.
Yeah. But it wasn't something you enjoyed leisurely. I see.
No.
I see.
Yeah. And it's like now it's like maybe I should have done it all back then, because now I'd probably be more adept at being like doing the social media stuff, because like now I'm still learning things like not to be, like I said, not to be bringing people up like earlier, like Asher, she's taught me a lot already about social media.
Oh, okay.
My boy Clay as well. Like other people, like the people from that org I was with, Hype Unit, they taught me a lot about social media as well.
Yeah, you learn the SEO, all the analytics, and where to gain traction.
Exactly. Like, and that's why you would look at like, oh, what's trending, what's doing this, what's doing that.
It's a lot to keep up with, and that's the thing. People don't know or talk about that side. Like, there's a lot of work that goes behind the scenes, especially for like editing your own stuff. There's a lot, but like we don't talk about it because it's not the fun stuff. It's not
the cool shit. Yeah. It's not everybody wants to talk about it.
It's the boring wham. How do I equalize my audio? Wham. What filters do you have on your microphone? Wham.
Exactly.
Yeah. Snore. How do you work OBS? Wham. It's like that's like people aren't into that, which some people are, but as far as like streaming and gaming goes, normally no, which sucks, but it's the work that goes unnoticed. But I see it, John. I see your work.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
What does Latino mean to you personally? Like, do you take so much pride in being Hispanic? Does that ever work its way into some of your streaming or your DJing when it comes to like music you pick out? What does it mean to you to be brown?
I guess the biggest thing with like being Latino is just ingratiating myself in the cultura, the culture.
Yeah.
I love
that,
because the thing is, I grew up not really knowing my culture. Growing up Mexican American, it usually a lot of times it can mean that you're too Mexican for the white people, but too white for the Mexicans. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's just one of those things where it's kind of rough.
Quote unquote no sabo, they're like, if you're not
no sabo, you
didn't grow up in your homeland, so what are you think you're better than us? And a lot of times it's like, I'm not even saying that, you're just assuming that because I was born in the US.
And then it's like, it doesn't help that where I'm from, where I live, is very red, so like the ideas behind everything were very much. Do you mean
like very right wing, right?
Yes.
Is that what you mean?
Yeah, I don't want to get into politics.
I know. But brother, I'm in the South, so I get you. I understand where you're coming from.
Exactly. And it's like, it's very much where I was raised in an area that didn't, but like, it's the majority of the town is Latinos, right? But they were all so like, I guess, pilled, whatever.
Yeah.
That the idea that if you were not from here, you didn't belong with them.
Yeah.
So I had a tendency to gravitate to. Yeah, exactly. I had a tendency to gravitate to people that I could be friends with, but they didn't really care for my, the side of me that was, Latino, which was a big part of it, even though majority of them were Latinos as well. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I get that. When I rediscovered my like heritage, right? I started going kind of in with it. I started going very deep into it.
Yeah.
To the point where at one point I stopped calling myself Hispanic, or not that I stopped calling myself Hispanic. I stopped calling myself I stopped calling myself words that I didn't think were what I was, and I just started calling myself a Mexican American.
I see.
And that's just a personal thing that I started
That's
doing for
very
myself.
real though, because I feel like oftentimes I see that happen, especially where I live, because I live in Tennessee. We're a very red state, and I'm not going to get into politics about that, but where there's a lot of racists where I live, you know, to put it bluntly, there's just a bunch of racist people. So I've come across like a bunch of, I don't want to say whitewashed or coconut Hispanics, but they're just ashamed of their culture and where they come from. And like, it's sad to see. I'm like, you're almost self-hating, and it hurts me, you know?
Exactly, yeah. And then it's funny because I started getting more into my heritage, right? Looking into everything, you know, talking about more of this, more of that, you know, wanting to speak, you know, si se puede hablar español, yo me puedo hablar español con mi familia también. And, you know, things like that, right? You know, just speaking more Spanish, doing more things that were more ingratiated to my culture, right?
Yeah.
And then that's when I discovered that my family actually, my great-great-grandmother is actually Afro-Latina también.
Oh.
Yeah, she is Dominican, and her family originally came
Dominican
from...
papi.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
She's Dominicana, right? And her family actually originally came from North Africa.
Oh, you know what's crazy?
What
That's amazing. I love that. But you know what's crazy? I didn't realize there was, because, well, I mean, I guess it wasn't something that I studied in school, because, like, we're not going to talk about NA education, but, you know, you know. The horchata derives from a drink from Africa, like that. That's where it came from. I didn't know that. And it wasn't until, like, my 20s that I realized that. I was like, what? You don't learn this, you know? But that's amazing with your grandmother. You were stemmed from, like, Afro-Latino culture as well from your grandma's side.
Yeah, and that's one thing that I was like, well, shit, if I would have never learned more about my culture, I probably would have never learned that fact. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
My great-grandmother is the one that started showing me pictures. And she said, oh, yes, before we had a lot of pictures, but we lost them over time. And I was like, well, you know, what about this? You know, I started asking her about the family tree, and she goes, oh, yes, that's Ma Grande. And I was like, Ma Grande? I was like, I've never heard of her. She goes, yeah, she was... there was a word she used, but I'm not going to say it because I don't know if it's something that's appropriate. It was whatever she referred to her as herself, Ma Grande.
Yeah.
But it was a very, I don't know what language it is actually.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie to you. But she would refer to herself as that, right? And I want to say it's Nahuatl, but I don't know for sure, right? But then she told me, yeah, she came from the Dominican Republic, and I was like, okay. And then English goes, but her mom came from Africa, and I was like, what?
Oh, yeah.
And I started
that's crazy.
Like, oh, there's no way. And I was like, she goes, yes, that's how it is.
Well, that's amazing that she could share that piece of like, you know, your lineage with you. That's amazing.
Yeah, and it was very shocking because I was like, I just assumed for a long time because like everything that I've known about myself is that I am for the majority, most of me is like, I guess, Mexican, right? But there are parts of us, like I have a great great grandfather on the other side of my family, right? Is from the UK originally.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, so that's why I was like, okay, I just assumed that all of that was like, it was just that and then that little bit, right? But no, like that man was from the UK. And then I also have there's a tree, there's a part of that tree that also goes back to China. Which I'm like, what the fuck?
Interesting.
Like hello?
Yeah.
What's going on here? I never would have guessed that all of that
colonize is crazy.
That's wild, greedy. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, there's a bunch of like Spanish, so like white in like my mom's side of the family. My dad is very indigenous, you know, we come from Maya, we are Mayan. My mom and my dad both speak the language. They speak Cancual, which is a, you know, it's a language derived from like ancient Maya. There's a bunch of different variations of it in Guatemala, but sadly my mom was heavily colonized, so she doesn't really talk too much about it now. My father, on the other hand, that dude's brown. Even though you abandoned me, that dude's brown as shit. He grew up in a rural area, farmland. You know what I mean? I'm like, wow, I wish I knew more of that side. You know, it's interesting. But there are like indigenous features on like my side, on my like from my sister, my older sister, me. But then I look at my younger sisters, they look more like my mom, which she looks more like güerita, you know, she looks very, you know, white. And then there's like the other side of my family where I'm like, we're really brown. You can tell that we're like brown. So I wonder, do you and your brothers like look different? Do you guys share similarities or like are you pretty much the same? Yeah.
It's funny because I look the way I do, right? I look more like my father.
Yeah.
My brother and I have no actual brothers. All my brothers are half brothers, right? I look more like my father. My 3 brothers on my dad's side look like him, right?
Oh,
my brother
okay.
on this side, however, in the past he's been misjudged as Asian.
Really?
As, he has some features. A couple of his features, I guess, would kind of say that.
Yeah.
And it's happened a couple of times where he's like that, and I'm like, maybe that kind of goes back to the whole thing about where we have some part of our line
Chinese
from China.
Yeah.
So I'm like, that kind of makes sense. But then also, like, in my aunt, one of my aunts, right, and her daughters, you can see the clearly like African or even Dominican like features in them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Specifically their hair. You know what I mean? And I'm like, what's going on here? You know, there's a lot of different things.
Y'all are everywhere. Yeah.
Exactly. We're just everywhere. It's crazy. Yeah, but that's one of the things that I'm like, you know, it's like,
that's interesting. I've gotten mistaken for Filipina before. Someone in my chat has like lived their whole life thinking I was Filipina, and they're like, and they had been watching for like, I want to say 3 years. Someone brought up like, you know, culture, and I started talking about like my Guatemalan culture. They're like, wait, you're not Asian? I said, huh? When have I ever told you that I was Asian? I said, no, I'm not Asian. They just assumed. And I was like, you never asked. That's crazy. But wow.
Is it a regular of yours or what?
They were, yeah. I don't see them much often anymore, but they were at the time. Now,
I wish I knew more about my family tree. My grandparents immigrated here from the Dominican. Oh yeah, my fam has the brown skin with the curly hair. Yeah, I know that for sure.
Now, speaking of like Latino creators, were there any other artists that inspired you growing up? Like, is there someone you looked up to, like a mentor, or just an artist in general where you're like, man, I want to be like them when I grow up? You know?
So there's very specifically, I'm gonna list off 2 right now that are we're not close like we were.
Yeah.
But it was always one of those things where I would, like, if I had a question, they would answer. One of them is he's a Grammy nominated artist from here where I live, because I live in Corpus Christi, Texas. I'm not shy about that shit. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
And there's an artist here named Dosti, and he is very ingrained into Latino culture and Latino music and stuff, right? He kind of would tell me, he would always be like, you need to do this, this, and this. You know, he would show me this, he would show me that. He would talk to me. He brought me to his studio a couple times just to talk about
wow.
Do this, do that, you know what I mean? And I got introduced to another guy through him named David Lee. David Lee is like an entrepreneur here in the area. He's very successful. He owns like 4 or 5 different restaurants in the area.
Goodness, yeah.
And he's been sort of exactly. He's been sort of a mentor to me on and off, you know, whenever we have the chance to actually talk, right?
Yeah.
And he's the one that initially told me. Huh?
I said that's amazing.
He initially told me, he said, hey, he goes, because I told him I feel like I'm losing track. I feel like I'm already too late to do anything. And he goes, why do you think you're too late to do anything? And I was like, well, I'm already at this age, man. He goes, I already did all this. It all fell apart, and now I'm starting over again. He goes, you think I would have given up if it would have fell apart the first time? You think I gave up?
Yeah.
I was like, obviously not. And he's like, look at you now. He goes, how old do you think I am? And I was like, a couple years older than me? He goes, you know I have a daughter in college, right? And I was like, what?
Oh, wow.
He goes, bro, I'm 48 years old. And I was like, what? He goes, you can start over.
And I want to know how he looks like. Yeah.
Yeah, no, he looks good for 48.
Yeah.
The whole time I thought he was only like a year or 2 older than me. So he was like, you can start over at any time you want. He goes, there's no finish line with this. He's like, when you get there is when you get there. He goes, you can start at any time, you can restart at any time. It doesn't matter what age you are when you get there, as long as you get there. Goes,
I love that. Yeah.
Goes, that's going to ruin your own mental at that point.
Or putting yourselves in a box.
Exactly.
Sure.
That's exactly what he said. That's exactly what he said. You put yourself in a bubble and then you can't break out of the bubble. He goes, that ruins it for you.
Yeah. You've soiled it. No, I get that. I get that. I love that he, instilled that in you, and like you had that that confirmation, hearing it from someone else, especially if they mean so much to you, it matters.
Oh yeah, and it's like, and he's actually one of the first, him and his cousin were some of the first people to put me on to DJing and stuff, like to give me gigs and stuff.
Yeah.
They had a joint restaurant / club called Sushi Bar or Aria, and then there was a place called Sushi Bar right attached to it. They gave me my first few gigs in there. And
nice.
That's where I was like, okay, and it was so cool. I loved when I got to play there. It was
Oh my God. Wow. Well, keeping it in still with like gigs, have you ever faced any challenges because you are like a Latin, a Latino DJ, or anything you had to overcome that kind of just stumped you or made you feel like, oh, I'm not like that. I guess you don't view me as them or
not
as less than.
Not necessarily anything like that. Because the thing with the EDM culture is that it's very open to everyone. You know, it's like
I love that.
Like, yeah, and it's like you don't find anything like that whether it's racism or prejudice, any type of prejudice very often. I mean, once in a while you'll see like some little pockets of fucking weirdos and shit doing weird shit, right? But not often. It's very open to everyone. Yeah, I mean, and especially people that are like especially like when EDM is all about inclusivity. We love everybody. We love everybody. We hate you if you hate people that are involved. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, don't come with your bullshit about how this, that, right? And what the biggest thing recently has been about trans rights, right? Which, like I said, I don't want to get political about stuff, right? But like, if somebody doing what they want to do with themselves bothers you, that's fucking stupid. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, that's a control problem on you, dude. Exactly. I don't know what to tell you.
Exactly. You can't control what they're doing. Okay, that's them, dog. That's the person all themselves. They can do whatever they want. Sorry, I had to get into that. Anyway,
no, you're fine.
But yeah, so EDM is very inclusive about everything, right? The only time I've ever felt like I wasn't being included in something or I was having to overcome a challenge, right?
Yeah.
Was not because of anything like that, but because of the whole, it's not who you know, it's who you blow thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? When you don't kiss someone's ass, you don't get those opportunities. You know what I mean?
Oh, I know that all too well.
Exactly. But my thing is that I was not the ass kissing type.
Me neither. Yeah. Nope. I refuse. I'm too prideful. Fuck you and your dick.
It's not even a pride thing. For me, it's more like why the fuck am I gonna do that?
Yeah.
When all you're gonna do is give me this fucking gig and tell me I'm gonna pay you an exposure. Fuck you.
Yeah. But no, because that's very real, because some people just take advantage because they see that you're quote unquote smaller. They're like, oh, they're not gonna mind. Oh, they'll do this for free. La 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 la. Oh, they'll eat my ass out.
And see, this is the big fucking thing that when I asked you to do a collab stream with me, Swiss, I thought, oh man, they'll probably say no. I'm not big enough to actually do anything right. And you're like, yeah, hell yeah. And I was like, what? That was easy. What the fuck? Right?
I hate that in streaming culture where they where they'll be like, oh, you have to be XYZ in order to collab. If you're vibing and you're a cool person, I don't give a fuck. Join the community. I don't care. Just play. Just join. Come here. You know.
Period.
But you know what's crazy? Because I've shared this story before, and because this ties into the collab thing. Because I enjoy collabing with you, John. You are a genuine ass person. Like, I appreciate you for being who you are. I have had countless DMs where they're like, "Hey, I like your stream," and these are real people. I like your stream. Let's collab. Never seen them in community. I look at them, they have not streamed for 8 months or 2 years, 3 years. I'm like, you don't even genuinely enjoy it. And I'm like, they just wanted to follow. And then like when I don't answer, they'll hit me back with oh, you're just stuck up, whatever. Or they'll hit me back with the least you could do is follow me. And I'm like, yo, dude, what? Where is this coming from? I don't know you. And I can tell that you genuinely don't want to get to know me. You know, you're not interested in making content. You just want the follows, and that's it. And that irks me to my core when people are that selfish, but you aren't even honest about being selfish, which pisses me off even more.
Yeah, nah, fuck all that shit, dude. Like, okay. So I'm just going to go back to something real quick. There's somebody in the Astro actually. She said the motto is literally peace, love, unity, and respect, right?
Yeah.
EDM culture, right?
Yeah.
Blur, right? I use that shit in streaming too, in life in general. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? So that whole shit right there, where it's like somebody that doesn't actually fuck with you, or somebody that just wants you for what you have, right?
You can just tell it's selfish.
It bothers the fuck out of me, because it just tells me enough about who you are as a person that I don't want to get to know you. I don't give a fuck about who you are. Don't talk to me. You're a fucking weirdo. Like, anyway.
And the thing is, with the person who asked me to collab and then told me like, well, fuck you then, I go on their profile. I see that every single tweet they've ever made was about hating women. Hating women streamers. Dude, they was all like, women only get views because they show their titties. It was all women, men have it harder than women. I'm like, dude, and you wanted to collab with me, and it's a bunch of Andrew Tate shit. It's a bunch of women need to, what happened to being old school where the woman was in the kitchen type shit. I'm like, oh, and you wanted to collab with me, and you tell me, fuck me.
So, all right, so men, we need to do better. We need to stop being fucking stupid, okay? Women can do whatever the fuck they want. It is like, I hate that I have to say shit like this, right? And then come off with like the whole white knight kind of bullshit, right?
Yeah, because it's always going to be seen that way. Which sucks, seen, right? Which is stupid. But it's just asking for the same level of respect that a man has.
Exactly. It's not. They're not trying to get more out of everything. They're not trying to get more than you. That's what you're fucking thinking.
Yeah.
They just want to be able to do the same fucking thing.
It's insane. And I'm sure you see it with like streamer friends that happen to be women that you know, or like content
creators. Dude.
Yeah.
It doesn't. Not a fucking day goes by where I'm like dumbfounded by the dumb shit that weirdos will fucking say. But it's not even joking. It's not even just men. It's women sometimes too. Other women sometimes.
Yeah. I see it on both sides where the
fuck is wrong with you? Like,
dude, I've seen it where it like because I hate going like far this way, far that way, like whatever, making it into like a sex battle or gender battle, whatever. But I always see it. It's always the ones that are hurt the most because it's like I see women generalizing men like he's gonna cheat on you. They're in a happy relationship and you're preying on her downfall. She's happy. She's showing that she's engaged, and in the comments like, oh yeah, he's cheating. You don't know them, bro. You don't even know them. And it's crazy to just generalize that way. And
it's like, I think my biggest issue though is that I have a lot of female or female presenting friends that stream. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And my biggest issue with all of this though is that there are so many just people that are saying the most diabolical shit to them, right? In DMs or in their fucking stream chats, right?
Yeah.
And I'm just like, what makes you think that you can say that kind of shit to people? Like, are you fucking stupid?
Yeah.
Like tell me right now, you tell me that shit to my fucking I'm standing right there next to them. You say that shit to them, you're getting fucking dropped, brother.
Yeah.
Like legit.
They would never say it in person ever. It's just the bravery behind the keyboard. Yeah.
You cannot say that shit to them in front of their face with me standing right there. Because I shit you not, I know so many people that if somebody said that shit to their face, women too. Women, like female streamers.
Yeah.
If you said that shit to their face, they would pop you in the fucking mouth.
Yeah.
They would not hesitate.
Yeah.
Like, you only say it because it's online. But even
that's that shit that irks me because you don't know where the fuck I came from. I'm a hood ass bitch. I grew up in the trenches. You don't even fucking know the shit I'm capable of doing. All right. I've survived months without electricity. You think your little bitch ass pussy words are gonna get to me? Fuck no. You know, but a lot of the times it's like people will just try to like get it's the attention, I guess. I don't know what it exactly is. Weird. But it's prevalent in like the gaming because it's always in gaming I've experienced the most racism, you know? It's like insane. But it's there, which sucks. Yeah.
Shit, the hood almost came out real quick, dog.
You gotta keep it in check because otherwise you'll end up scaring you'll scare the new friend. You'll scare the hus. I'm kidding.
Oh man, nah, like shit. Where I grew up, it wasn't easy. I didn't grow up in the worst parts of town, right? But I grew up in the parts of town.
Yeah, no, I get you.
I've been through shit. I've gotten into fights. I've been jumping a couple fucking times.
Yeah, you had to carry a weapon with you when you walk home from school or whatever the fuck. Like you don't want to get jumped. I don't want to get my ass jumped. The fuck?
Yeah, no shit. Shit, man. But like that also like leads into like a lot of other shit like with the DJ culture and stuff. Because like I'm telling you, dude.
Yeah.
I was a different person.
Can we dive into who that John was for a bit here? How would you describe him?
Asshole, terrible person.
You think?
Yep. No, I know. I was an awful person. Can
I ask what was the worst thing he's done? I say he because I know it's still you, but I know that's no longer who you are as a man. Yeah.
So with DJ culture, a lot of times with DJ culture, right? Not necessarily EDM culture, but it is a big part of it, right? But just DJ culture in general, right?
Yeah.
You tend to, well, I guess it is a big part of EDM culture.
Yeah.
You tend to do things like, I can't say it obviously for TOS reasons. Or for both of you, I got water right here. Hold
on. Is it?
So it's
things that involve like rugs and rug selling.
Yes. Yeah,
I saw that in the hood.
Selling fine rugs, cashmere rugs. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I was so at some point in my career I was so, god damn it.
It's okay. This is all in game, just for the safety of Twitch. This is all in game.
All in Minecraft.
We're playing GTA. Yeah.
You're playing GTA. So there was a point where I was so messed up on sugar.
Yeah.
That I didn't know where I was half the damn time. I was so consistently drunk as well, which that I'll say because obviously, and so messed up most of the time that there was a 4-month period where time just flowed and I didn't know when it would stop.
Can
I would wake up.
Sorry to interrupt, but can I ask you what drove you to it? Like, what was enticing about
Peer
it?
Pressure.
Oh, okay.
Peer pressure. Yep. And so I got kind of messed up on that shit. The worst thing I think I had done was there was a point where I didn't know where I was half the damn time. I didn't care about anything either. I did what I wanted, when I wanted, how I wanted, who I wanted. And I say it like that because that's exactly how I was. I was awful. I was a piece of shit. I was seeing someone for 3 months. I didn't even know her name.
Did that bother her at all?
Well,
was she aware that you weren't there, I guess? Or did y'all never have that conversation?
I don't know because I never asked and she never bothered to say it.
Ah, okay. And you met this person through DJing?
Oh, this is somebody I was like in an actual like relationship with.
Ah, okay.
So, and like I would wake up, I'd look over and I'd be like, who the fuck is this person? And there was a point, 3 months is a bit of an exaggeration, honestly. I think it's more like a month and a half maybe.
Yeah, but that's still a while to know someone.
Yeah, exactly. And I was like, what the fuck? I was like, who is this person? And over time, I realized like, wait, am I dating this person?
Yeah.
The fuck? Like, hello? But that's just how fucked up I was consistently.
And now, did you grow up conservative or like, more so like clean cut to church with family? Or was it so you just had your freedom and that's how you ended up there?
It was more just because like, I think it was a lot of the peer pressure though, it came with the DJ culture.
Yeah.
And, I didn't really, as growing up, I didn't really take part in much other than, just grass and stuff.
Yeah. Which most teenagers do, to be honest.
Most people did, right?
Yeah.
Exactly. But when I got into the culture, I started out very clean. I didn't want to be doing shit like that, right? But, over time, bigger acts, bigger personalities in the industry kind of told me, like, hey, come over here. We're going to do this real quick. And I'd just be like, I'm okay. And then it slowly but surely became, all right, I'll try it.
Yeah.
And, so that's kind of how it was. But, so...
Not that you regret it or anything, but do you feel like, how do you think grown John would have handled that now in that situation?
Grown John would have at least respected this person that he was seeing. Like, because back then it's like I didn't have any respect for anything. I didn't care. I legit, like Swiss, I tell you, I legit did not give a shit. I did whatever I wanted. And, like, there's things that I can talk about and things that I can't talk about because for specific reasons, because like I just don't know if I can talk about that. You know what I mean? Like the one thing that I will talk about is that there was a point where I was hanging out with a group of people, right? We got into a car accident. Yeah. We left that fucking car.
Just
later
like
found
that.
Later found out that person that was driving that car stole that fucking car.
Oh.
That's bad. I've been in a situation because of other people. Yeah. That I've been in a situation because of other people within that little like group I was with right at the time that led me to all this crap, right? Yeah. Where we got lined up outside of a promoter's car, like right next to a promoter's car outside of a venue, right? Yeah. He had his bodyguard point something at us and ask us questions about something.
Been there. Not the bodyguard, but a random drunken belligerent man pointing a water gun at me. Water gun, so so it's traumatizing.
Yeah, so it's
traumatizing.
Yeah, oh yeah. And but at the time I didn't care. So I told him, I told the dude, I said, if you're gonna do something with that, you better do it. Because if not,
you better mean that shit. Yeah.
Exactly. I said, you better stand on it. And I told him, I was like, put it up to my head. You better stand on that shit, right? That's how much I didn't care.
Yeah.
That's how much I didn't give a shit about it.
Yeah. See, that reminds me so much of just like the I don't want to say it's maybe for lack of better words, the hopelessness that you feel. That's just like, yeah, I felt that maybe in my early 20s, maybe my early, like maybe 19. I felt that where I'm like, really am putting myself in such awful situations that I did. Now grown me looking back, I'm like, you could have died. Like so much, you could have died, Swiss. You don't understand. And little me did not have a care in the world. Like I could have brought so much like sorrow to my mother and to my family for the things that I've done, you know? So I get that. It's not so regret, it's more so the realization of like, I really fucked up. Like why? And I have to sit in it. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And then it's like, oh wait, I would like to emphasize the wrong DJ culture. Yeah, exactly. That's what it was. The wrong DJ culture, not the right one where everybody's cool, everybody's chill, just playing music, you know, vibing.
Yeah.
It was the wrong shit. Yeah, I mean, like it was. And it's like that whole shit right there was. We're talking about like a 7-month span of time.
Yeah.
Where it was like literally just the days just went like I didn't know when I was sleeping. I'd wake up randomly.
Yeah.
Go do something. Go DJ. Go spin music. Go play some music. Right. Get something to do and do some other shit. Right.
Yeah.
I think majority of the time I was eating like a lot. Right. But to cover up the fact that I was hooked on this, sugar, the shit. Right.
Yeah, the sugar.
Yeah, the sugar. Yeah. Right. And that was another thing that one of those guys in that group taught me. He goes, make sure you eat a lot, so people can't tell that you're hooked on something. And I was like,
my God.
He goes, yeah, it works. He goes, here you go, it works. And I was like,
can I ask what age you are in this scenario where you're running with this crowd?
I was like 22, 23.
That's a baby, dude. That's a baby. Yeah. You were a baby.
Like there was a point where we randomly we DJ'd at a frat party, right?
Yeah.
We all walk outside. We were drunk as hell.
Mm-hmm.
We took a golf cart that we found. We drove that shit. We flipped that shit.
Oh my God. Died. Yeah.
we just left it.
Yeah.
I was like, when did we do that? What the hell is wrong with us? What is going on? Like,
yeah.
So we just did a lot of dumb shit, man. Like,
can I ask, how did your family react to you going through all this and like that 7-month span? Did they sit you down? What happened?
That's the sad part, is that none of them ever knew about it not till like the past 3-4 years.
Did you come to them and open up about it, or did they ask?
Yep. No, I opened up about it because
I
had already told little things here and there to my mom about what I had been doing.
Yeah.
And she kind of was like, one day, I don't know what she said. She said something about that she's just glad that I made it back and got out of the situation. I just sat her down and I started telling her about everything, and she was like, you could have died more than a few times there. And I was like, yep, I know. And
how did that make you feel when she said that?
It made me feel. It got me very emotional. That's for sure.
Yeah.
I think the biggest thing was with her was that she was just happy that I was still around, and that's what set me off. That like you really fucked up, bro. It's like good. I mean, good thing you're out of it. Been out of it for a while.
Yeah.
Now. Holy shit! Like God, like.
It's great that you got out of it. But it's great that you did get out of it. I'm proud of you for that. Or if anyone's ever told you that, I don't know if that makes you uncomfortable, but I'm proud of you. That's insane. And I know I put this in such an awful way, but so many people that grew up in the hood or just in bad situation. I say the hood because it's really bad. Like shit's bad out there. Like you either, it sounds so cliche, but you either become one with them or you break out of the traumatic cycle that is, that you learn, because that's all you know. That's all you grew up with. That's all that's around you, and that's huge, John. That's insane that you did break out of it.
Yeah. Oh, man. See, and the whole thing with that was that everything fell apart because one of those people decided to do something, and that led to the whole lined up outside the car and with the water gun pointed at us, right?
Yeah.
And that was the moment where I was actually that's not the moment. A couple days later, I woke up, I looked at myself in the mirror, and I said, "What the fuck are you doing to yourself?"
You had a talk with yourself then.
Yeah, exactly. I was like, "You're going to die if you keep doing this." So I actually quit, like cold turkey, everything.
Was that your wake up call?
Yep, that was my wake up call. And like man, this is another thing that I could talk about, but it's like it gets really dark.
Yeah, if you feel comfortable, I'm all ears.
I think you and I talked about that one time. No,
Trust me, nothing makes me uncomfortable if that's what you're worried about. And also, trigger warning. We should have said that from the beginning. I'll probably write it in post, in editing. We'll fix it.
The wake up call was the fact that I came. Well, it was all just me going back through everything, right, over time, right?
Yes.
In that time that I was reflecting on everything, I realized that there were nights where I woke up and I didn't know what happened. You know what I mean?
Yeah, gaps in your memory.
Well, not even just that. I realized over time, and it's like obviously I can't prove anything. I can't say anything about it because I don't know what the fuck happened, right?
Yeah.
There was a person that I was involved with, and I feel like I may have been how do I say this? TOS friendly.
Let's just call it super bad meanie to them.
Well, no, she did something to me that.
Oh, she was. We'll just call her a predator if you want.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And it was one of those things where I was like, but this person was consistently trying to get me to, like, to be with them, to hang out with them, to do these things, right?
But they took advantage.
Yeah, exactly. And then I'd wake up and I'd be like, where the fuck am I? And I'd see this person and I'd be like, what are you doing here? Yeah. And, that was kind of one of those things where I said, that was not okay.
I'm terribly sorry that happened to you, John. It's brave of you to even talk about it. Yeah. To open up about it.
And it's one of those things where it's like I never talked about it before because of the whole Latino thing where it's like,
yeah, you're supposed to be strong. You're supposed to be macho.
Exactly,
what are you doing?
Exactly. Yeah. Like things like that don't happen to men. Not like us. Bullshit like that. Yeah, I mean, and it's just one of those things. And I told my mom about it recently.
Yeah.
And she kind of just looked at me and said, "Are you sure?" And I was like, I don't know, Mom. It's like I can't be sure of anything at the time, but it's one of those things where I came to realization over time. Yeah, exactly. It's like it's one of those things over time where I came to realization, like, you know what, it probably did happen. There's nothing I can do about it now, but it probably did happen. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So it's like, and then it's like I think at the time I did talk to people about it, but they were kind of like two people that I did tell. They kind of looked at me like, really? You?
And really? That's the bad that's what hurts me because there are men in my life who have gone through traumatic things just like that, and they'll tell me stories about them opening up to other people around them, and they'll say like, I was looked at like, oh, you're stupid for even thinking of that. Oh, you're bullshitting. Oh, you idiot. Why are you even complaining? And that's so diminishing to someone's like experience. Like, you felt that, you experienced that, you're still trying to figure out and gather your belongings and your thoughts, and you saying that is not helping. That's not a friend. You're being a bitch, you're being a dick. Fuck you.
Exactly. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's exactly what it is. So it's like it's crazy because years later I saw that same person. They were now like married to a friend of mine, another DJ friend of mine, right?
Oh, okay.
And everything, right?
Yeah.
They apologized to me.
Oh?
And I said, for what? And they were just like, well, just for all the weird shit I would do when I was younger. And
weird shit is what they put it under, like under the guise of weird shit.
Yeah. So I was like, you know what, dude? Okay, I forgive you. You don't have to worry about it. It's like, that was on your conscience. Don't let it be anymore. Mm-hmm. You don't have to worry about it. And it gave me so much like clarity and so much like. Did
that closure feel nice to you?
Yep. Uh-huh. It did. The fact that whatever could have happened, it sucks, but at the same time, I'm already at this point in life where I'm like, holding on to that is not going to benefit me in any way.
Do you feel like you fully healed from this experience as far as letting it out and telling your friends and family and being able to share stories about it? Do you feel like, or is it work in progress? Mm-hmm.
I do. I know there's moments where I'm like, or like sometimes I have those dreams, those nightmares.
Yeah.
Like lately I've had a lot of fucking nightmares lately about different, just different shit, right? Which I still haven't figured out why. And one that experience is one of them. Mm-hmm. But also like at the same time, I don't think letting this thing, like sitting on this thing forever, even after they've apologized, is going to do anything good. You know what I mean?
You don't let it consume you. Yeah.
Exactly. For
I
me
see.
Personally.
Because everyone goes through their trauma differently. You know, you're allowed to feel how you feel right now. You know, not everyone's going to be the same and heal the same. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I'm glad you came out. I'm glad you're in a place where you feel comfortable talking about it, you know? That's
was one of those
beautiful.
things where I was like, do I talk about this or not? Because
yeah.
I just didn't know if it'd be okay to talk about. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I get you. It's okay to talk about it. I mean, with Twitch TOS, as long as we're not using like super vulgar language and very graphic about it, I think we're in the clear for that, you know.
Right,
But on to a lighter question. This is more so like a fun question I have. Sorry to trauma dump, chat.
Sorry, chat. Fuck, man. Oh my
What
God.
is your go-to comfort food or like a childhood dish that gives you a taste of home? Like a specific mom's cooking.
God. Fuck. Okay, so it's not okay. So everybody would say that I would think you would think it'd be like something Latino, right? But it's not even anything Latino. My mom makes this amazing like chicken spaghetti, right?
I never had chicken spaghetti.
Fuck me, Swiss. Oh my God.
I'm sorry.
It's
I need to see.
Fire, dude. I will see if I can
Tell your mom to send me the recipe.
I will. It's so fire, right? Okay, so if it's not that, right? If it's not that, it's albóndigas de carne. Which is and my mom makes them, and she just makes them with she makes it so good, and the broth's so good
man.
too.
Yum. That's cute.
Yeah,
that's delicious.
Like, that's the one.
I love
chicken
that.
Is only because me and my brother would fucking destroy that.
Yeah.
Fucking roaster that shit, man. But yeah, like the albóndigas de carne is probably the one thing she would make all the time when I was a kid, and I was just like, yes, fuck yeah.
That's your go-to, huh? I love that. My final question. We've made it down to the list. We've talked about almost anything and everything, but if you could go back to your younger self, what piece of advice would you give him?
I would. Oh man.
I think I would. Yeah. Okay. If you want to think on it, you have yours. I think I would. I would tell my younger self not to be afraid of judgment. She was so scared of judgment. I would tell her, put your balls out there, bitch. You know, that's what I would tell her. So what would you tell younger John?
I would tell him like, it's the same thing. Don't be afraid.
Yeah.
Because younger John was very afraid of what people think of him, right? So because the first 2 years of me DJing when I was a kid, right? Like 13, 14, 15, whatever, right? I hid the fact that I would do it. I wouldn't tell anybody. I didn't want anybody to know.
Yeah. Did you see it shameful? Was it just like something you want to keep private?
It's not shameful. I just felt like, well, maybe shameful is a good word for it. I just felt like, fuck, like all these people from school are going to see me. I don't want them to see me.
I see. The fear of judgment. I felt that same thing growing up. Yeah.
I think maybe just something I did want to get into right quick, if you don't mind.
Yeah, of course.
There's something that I just want to say. It's kind of like leads into that question about the fear of judgment and the fear of
for sure.
Like even now, like just because if you're going through something even now and you're afraid people are going to judge you for it, you shouldn't be afraid of that. You shouldn't be afraid of talking about what you're going through if you're going through something or how you feel about things.
I agree.
Because everybody's going through something. Like right now, like shit, for the past year, I've been struggling with the idea of telling people about something that happened recently because in 2019, my dad had kidney failure. Mm-hmm. My stepdad. Yeah. And he's been on dialysis since then.
Yeah.
And it's been a struggle having to figure out things for him, with bills and all that stuff, right?
Yeah.
So I don't really talk about it too much, right? Well, November this past year, and Astro knows about this because she was there for me whenever all this went down.
Yeah.
My mom had a stroke.
Mm-hmm.
And the idea of telling people about that has been kind of nerve-wracking just because I don't want people to feel like they have to pity me. I don't want to feel like...
Yeah, you don't want to be looked at as a charity case where they have to walk on eggshells around you. I get you. I get that completely.
That's kind of where that whole ideal comes from, though, because of that shit where it's like, the fear of being judged, right? But it's like I'm at the point right now, where I'm like, you know what? This is fine. I don't mind if people know. I don't want anybody's pity. I don't want anybody to, feel sorry for me or anything like that. Mm-hmm. It's just, these are the struggles that I've been going through lately with having to, juggle a business that I run for my mom, now because she had the stroke, I have to run this business for her for the most part.
Yeah. It's
So
a
like
weight
the
on
struggles
your
of having-
shoulders. Yeah, I get that.
It feels good to talk about it right now. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
and it's like the struggle of that with the balancing the medical stuff for both of them,
Mm-hmm.
the bills and stuff.
John, you're a strong ass person. You know that? You give me such, I don't know if you're older sibling or if you're older than others, but you give me such like older sibling vibes.
I'm the oldest of
I
all
get
of them.
that. I was the glue for my family for the longest. So watching it, like stepping away from it hurt me. But like coming back into it where I integrate myself now as an adult it's just different. It's just a foreign feeling, I guess, for me at least. But yeah, I feel that the weight can be daunting. Like it's always in the back of your mind kind of thing.
Yeah. And then that was the whole thing why I like pushed like the whole DJ career was that I wanted my mom to not have to work very much, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then COVID happened, so that all went out the window as I'm trying to get going again, right?
Yeah.
Everything kind of just falls apart because of that. And then I started doing content creation a couple years later.
Yeah.
I think, okay, let me do this. Maybe I can do something with it. If I can get to where I can make something out of it,
1000% you can. Yeah.
Exactly, right? And then she won't have to work as much, right?
Mm-hmm.
Stroke hits, and it's like my world is just like, fuck. It's like everything, like it's like in my brain instantly says, "You're too late now. Look at her. She had a fucking stroke now." All because you couldn't lock in and do this shit, right? It's
the anxiety, because we got to remember that those thoughts aren't us. It doesn't make us who we are. It is basically literally you grieving yourself, Exactly. It's a way of protection for your brain, unfortunately. But we just can't listen to those thoughts. You're doing amazing. You are doing much better than the average person would be able to fucking handle stress-wise. You need to cherish the accomplishments you've already got. Look at you. You've dug yourself out of the dark spaces you were in prior, and now look at you. You're taking charge. And who says that you need to be at a certain age to get to where you need to be? You're not racing with anyone. It's just you, John. You're the only one in the race, and we're here for the ride to watch you.
Yeah.
That's beautiful, though. I appreciate you sharing. Yeah.
Also, my mom's doing great as well, by the way.
Good, thank God. Oh,
she's driving already as it is too.
Let's go. Has she ever made an appearance on stream?
Not yet. She was in one of my TikTok videos. That's another thing is that I post on TikTok. I post decoration videos on there, right?
Yeah.
So she made an appearance on one of those, but that's about it. I haven't wanted to expose her to the internet yet. You know what I mean?
Yeah. My mom is camera shy. She would never. She doesn't even like taking pictures. Sorry. Yeah, this is Sombra, my wiener dad. She just came here. We're having a deep conversation, and this long girl appears.
No. Let's leave the long girl alone. I love her. She's so cute.
Oh man.
Oh my gosh.
Do you have pets?
Not right now. I had my girl and my boy. They passed a couple years ago.
Oh, my condolences.
Yeah. I have actually. I have them there on the shelf, but
Aww.
Yeah, I had them cremated. And they're there with me still. I haven't decided. I decided wherever I move, because I'm planning on moving out of state soon. I'll probably take them with me and put them there somewhere.
That's beautiful. I love that. You strike me as someone who is very sentimental.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
Well, John, thank you so very much for coming onto the podcast. It was an honor to have you. Today, as we wrap things up, chat, we have a surprise, of course, our giveaway, but we also have another surprise that I haven't mentioned, but I'm going to mention now. Y'all know we're running a special giveaway with Turtle Beach, and not even John knows this, for Hispanic Heritage Month, and to celebrate Latinos in your life. By the way, cash app your fellow Latino $5 or tell them you love them. I don't know. Well, not only is one lucky chatter walking away with a brand new keyboard and mouse, but our amazing guest, John Hawks, is also getting one too. I'm going to DM him. We're going to get him a nice mouse and keyboard. He's going to get situated. So, John, I appreciate you, and I want you to know that everyone appreciates you, and I want you to have a happy Hispanic Heritage Month. Thank you for being you.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate you.
Massive shout out to Turtle Beach. Thank you for helping us celebrate and lift up Latino creators. John, where can we find you on socials to close out for today? What are you working on? Tell us everything.
Everything is John Hawks. Pretty much just John Hawks everywhere, man. I'm everywhere at this point. I'm on Threads even now. So
shit.
John Hawks music for music stuff. You can find me on SoundCloud. Okay, so check it out. I just got clearance, so probably in the next week or so, right? I'm gonna have some music out on Spotify and shit like that. Yeah,
Let's go.
So, you know, it's one of my songs. My song with a very good friend of mine named Starlight.
Yeah.
She's got an amazing voice. She's hopefully gonna be doing more music with me soon.
Yeah.
Yeah. So all my stuff is just John Hawks.
Check go follow right now.
Yeah, go follow that. Today I'm doing a 24-hour stream because Sunday is my birthday. So today I'm starting.
Happy early
birthday! I'm starting a 24-hour stream today at 5 p.m. CST. Yeah, so 24 hours, and then yeah.
Love that. Amazing.
Yeah,
Phenomenal. John, it was an honor. Thank you so very much again. I appreciate you. Chat, make sure you follow him. I hope you have a wonderful day, John, and I will catch you later with the details about the giveaway for you. And we're going to pull a winner real soon here. So thank you, John. Bye.
Bye.
All right, chat. That's our beautiful, wonderful John. You'll definitely go check him out. Now it's time to pull the winner for the giveaway. Lurkers, wake up, wake up, wake up. Everyone, wake up. Any lurkers in chat? If you are AFK, I'm going to need your attention for 1 moment. We're going to be pulling our winner real soon. Let me get my bot ready. Courtesy of Turtle Beach. Thank you so very much, Turtle Beach, for always supporting the stream, for always supporting Latino creators like me, like John, and like other, underrepresented people in chat. Exclamation enter to join.